Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have for you the last regulation series of this round-robin group stage, and it is going to be coL versus DC. I'm your play-by-play man, Grant. I got my co-caster, Lacoste. I've got my observer, Dakota, and I've got my king.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Look.
Look.
I was hyping you
Look,
up there.
I'm a king who cares a lot about merit instead of nepotism and cronyism. So, are you guys happy in the current positions you're in right now?
Oh, I kind of am, but we should get right into the draft really quick because there is a first pick Meepo.
First phase Meepo pickup coming out for DC. Hey, Complexity, how you doing? You're not going to ban Meepo. You're not going to ban Meepo in past qualifiers. You're not going to ban Meepo here. We're just going to take it. And
we've seen the script before. Complexity against the Meepo of DC.
Oh, God.
I was going to come up with a decree, but this game's going to be
qualifier when they knocked him out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to make a decree, but this is an entertaining enough game as it is with this Meepo, so I'm just going to disconnect my headset and enjoy my King's Feast.
Okay.
You guys have
when
fun.
do you want us to bother you, if any time, King?
Oh, you can bother me all you want. I just won't be able to say anything.
All right. Sounds good to me. So finally, Jack will be off the mic as all you guys want. No, I'm just kidding. It will be, like we said, Night Stalker Meepo first for DC and the Nature's Prophet Spirit Breaker for Complexity.
What do they remove besides Sven? Do they go for
Wyvern?
Winter Wyvern or... Let's see what else is there. I'm going to cheat.
I guess Jakiro.
Jakiro's not bad. Well, why do they first phase Meepo, honestly? Is it just because they're so
I don't think the Meepo will
or?
survive the second ban phase.
If they want to just take
Big
right now?
phase, sorry.
All right. That is...
It's a fun kind of mind game pickup.
Yeah, because, I mean, it really, you can tell
it's
it
moon
definitely
drafting.
Is, yeah. Also, yeah, coL, trust me, he remembers the thing. He always brings up, he's like, we haven't been to a summit. He's like, it's not like we're ever not close. We're in every single finals, so.
And, like, a lot of them have been, like, 5-game, last game decider matches, too.
Yep, so coL remembers the past, so he'll definitely remember this Meepo, and he wants to beat it, 100%. I mean, why would you not want to win, but, yeah.
Yeah, but these two heroes, Nature's Prophet and Spirit Breaker, do so poorly against Meepo, especially at the early stages. Okay, Nature's Prophet can build up Mjolnir, but he needs a lot of items. He needs probably an Orchid first, Mjolnir, and a BKB to be efficient. There is the Jakiro pick.
Yep. That will be there. Well, we have seen Jakiro now run middle as well as off lane, but we've seen Complexity has only ran it as a support on coL, so... More than likely, Z-Freak, Spirit Breaker, coL on the Jakiro, and the Nature's Prophet. We've seen Moo has played it fantastically all tournament. On the other side, obviously, going to be an Abed Meepo, you would assume, unless Mason pulls it out and they just lose instantly.
That's new for Moon, because we've been seeing Moon mostly play like Dazzle, Silencer, and stuff like that, but Witch Doctor had been only really picked up before this by, I want to say PPD maybe in one of the games?
I think 2 teams have picked it up.
2 teams?
Just 1 each time, yeah.
Not many Witch Doctors in general in this meta.
I don't know, I
tournament.
love Witch Doctor.
Yeah, I love the Witch Doctor.
He's good in the laning stage against Nature's Prophet because of the bounce on the Treant lasts longer, can stop the push, stop the charge, can heal up Meepo in fights. Really, overall a good hero. I don't expect him to go actually for Maledict. I just expect him to go for more of a defensive build with the heal. Yeah.
And Witch Doctor, Night Stalker, very good at controlling just team fights and ganks until maybe the Meepo. You know, I think we've been seeing Treads double Wraithband into Blink. It seems that the Dragon Lance is gone. I mean, good stats, but the Blink is just so much damage.
Now, one thing I am curious about is that this team had been pretty good with, like, tri-core play.
Yeah.
But now you have a Meepo who's going to be sucking a lot of farm on the map. So you delegate a lot of the extra farm to someone like Mason, but then Mojo is going to be stuck pretty dry on farm. So I'm curious what option they're going to have for Mojo that he could suffice with not having access to as much economy as he would in a normal game.
Maybe something like a Batrider, right? He kind of dominates his own lane, gets farm. Usually a Batrider can get a Blink before he's out of lane. And like you said, they won't really have much farming outside of the laning phase for him. We'll see what they want, though. Heavy team fight coming from coL, and we saw him actually first pick Earthshaker last game. This time it goes all the way to the 4th pick.
I mean, if it was a normal, like, Meepo kind of a game and you saw that lineup, I'd be like, oh, this Meepo should be getting pretty scared, but I bet it's the best Meepo in the freaking game, man.
Yeah, and here we go, Batrider.
Nice call, Grant the God.
I'm bet. If you guys just want to take a break,
Jack, you want to swap with him?
Yeah, Jack's shaking
This
his
is the
head
real
now.
king we have here.
He's like way in on the wings right now. Let's just not.
Yeah, but it makes sense because Batrider, once again, like Witch Doctor Night Stalker, he can just control fights. He gets his own farm and lane, so Meepo, he's not really affected by Meepo taking every single jungle camp in multiple lanes. He just gets his, Blink Force Staff, and usually you're good, maybe a BKB if you're rich. So you can tell they're just setting up around this Meepo.
So I'm curious then if they get what they get for Mason at that point. Then that kind of works around the Meepo.
And this, we were actually talking with Kyle a bit the day before he left. And because they haven't been playing FPL as much as the other teams, like all of coL, Kyle has a little bit, but really the other 4 haven't. And he's like, why is DC during these games? Why are they picking enchant? Like, Kyle actually says he doesn't understand the enchant. I tried to explain it to him, and he wasn't buying it. So he's just getting rid of it because he doesn't understand
What
the
if he
hero,
wants to go for the Viper? You were telling him about Viper, then I imagine.
I was telling him about Viper, so maybe. If he does pick it here, he actually owes me this.
Yeah,
if they win
he does.
for sure. I'll take a couple.
Unless they
hundreds,
ban
man.
the Viper. Oh, they ban the PL. Okay. So Diffusal, Holder.
Just all around decent laner and farmer once he gets
Yeah.
to 7 in a soul ring. Earthshaker, Jakira. They have a lot of team fight on complexity. They have a lot of split pushes. Nature's Prophet, even Spirit Breaker can move around lanes pretty quickly, but they need that one guy to just, like last game, they did it at Clinks, didn't feel too good. I doubt they're going Clinks again this game. But DC has to pick first.
Yep. Sven's off the table, though.
So what do they want to play on DC? I'm actually trying to think, like, what matches up well with these heroes? I got nothing. What about co-commentator Lecox?
Cox.
Yeah.
Well,
Both?
maybe they can go. I don't know how does the DK does against Meepo. He can just remove a lot of damage from the Meepo.
Well, I meant DC. Who are they going to pick? I couldn't
I'm
think.
thinking about complexity first.
But DC picks first. Jack hit
Maybe
a soundboard.
let's say a jug would not be a bad idea. Jack, you
Get
good
your
there?
mom out of here.
So, yeah, possible Juggernaut. They just need
She's
some,
still laughing.
some physical damage, some lane control. Right, just let it keep going. The king is pleased with the wenches laughing at us.
He hasn't heard a woman in a while. So.
Yeah. Damn. I don't even think Jack heard that. You got him, though. I heard it.
I wouldn't hear if I was just going in on the wings right now. He's definitely got the better of all of us. I'm just salty.
He is actually
I'm
living,
salty right
he
now.
is
that's
living
all.
the lavish life. Dude, the ranch is so good, but if you notice, like, you can't really scoop it up. It drips everywhere. The
Yeah,
ranch
it's kind of
pretty-
liquidy. It's not
yeah.
very solid, but it's
You can
good.
actually see, Jack, that
I
on your
don't think
pants,
Jack-
that is ranch.
Jack cares
hope.
about it. Look at him enjoying those wings.
And here we go. Weaver.
Weaver.
Okay. Weaver versus Earthshaker, Nature's Prophet, Spirit Breaker feels a little wonky, maybe, no?
Sprout against Weaver works really well. Also Spirit Breaker, of course, pretty good counter to Weaver until she gets the Lincoln Sphere.
Well, they're going to take it off. Obviously, that's more of a Mason comfort hero as well. We see him, with those Svens and
But yeah,
Weavers.
they need to commit a lot to kill a hero like a Weaver. Invis plus high movement speed, so if you commit a lot of spells to actually kill the Weaver, Meepo is going to be untouched in the fights.
Yep. And so now Complexity has their last pick, looking like they want to go for their hard carry here, more than likely.
Comes the mid Jakiro sudden Wyvern pickup for Swindle.
You're nuts. You're nuts, Dakota.
Kyle's nuts though.
He is.
Otherwise, yeah, we're looking at the
Physical DPS.
midline option.
And it needs to be their physical DPS option
Yeah.
as well. Let's see. Okay, we're going to... Oh,
Mid
it's
lane
Earthshaker
Earthshaker?
versus Meepo. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's fun.
I believe that's what we're going to say. It could be middle Jakiro versus Meepo isn't that terrible either, but it will be the middle Earthshaker. So yeah, melee versus melee. Meepo having very low base damage in the early game. Limp should be able to bully him a little, but
How much
you
experience do
assume-
you get, like, training against mid lane Meepos, though, you know?
Not much, because pretty much no one plays
Yeah.
a Meepo, but you know what hero can do. Meepo should be careful about charges from the Spirit Breaker and Earthshaker. I mean, it's a melee versus melee hero, so Enchant Totem can be casted so easily. Plus, you have a Nature's Prophet TPing, so that's 3 heroes out of a sudden.
So that means Bulba, I guess, is just going to be residing near that mid lane.
More than
a
likely,
little
yeah.
bit. So how does that fare for Moo? Probably going to be great then. Nature's Prophet should have a pretty significant early game and able to participate in those fights. So
Yep, and we
it's pretty nice for coL in the laning phase.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, that's what's going to happen, right? You commit a Meepo super early in the draft, and like the other team's going to definitely draft a little bit around that.
That's the part of the thing is that, though, that it's a Meepo. Not everyone plays it at a high level, and no one plays it at the level of Abed. So even if you pick out all the counters in the book, he just might be that good on the hero, and he's played against these counters enough that he'll just know what to do. I'm host, or observer, by the way, so I should probably move the camera. Here you go.
If you are, and
my bad.
We are going to get right into it. Looks like a TP is going to come out from coL as well as Bulba. Only one of them smoked, and we have seen that ward countered so many times that coL just placed, but Bulba's not there to scout him out. Maybe right here. Looks like they might just run past each other, and that down. Okay, now Bulba. Nope, coL didn't run downhill. That I haven't seen that ward right behind the tree down here. It scouts out ganks and whatnot. I just haven't seen it myself.
I've seen some of the Chinese teams put the ward behind where that ancient camp is, but still up on the ledge. It
I meant the other one, pardon me.
Oh, on the dire
like,
side?
No.
Over here. Down over
me.
here.
Like, you can't even see it. It's hidden behind the tree. I've actually
that's
never
pretty
seen
funky.
Because you don't get the uphill vision.
Yeah, usually you see him being planted there.
But maybe they don't want it to get countered, or maybe this does something else. Looks like no one's really going to fight for runes here. Neither team wants to go too aggressive with the
but this ward does not provide too much vision. You can't see the behind it. You only see the entering of the ramps.
Yeah, maybe all they're nervous of is just
shaky hands, misclicked.
I mean, it will see a charge from across bottom to mid, though.
Yeah, I think they just want an uncountered ward for Bulba, and I mean, more than likely they'll just scout out a few ganks with that. Nothing too crazy, though. And middle Bulba will get the block for Abed. Limp will have to do it all by himself, so should come out in the favor of Meepo over here. We are going to see a circle out, actually, by coL. I don't know what he was circling because there's nothing there, but...
Probably just saying later on, or something's going to happen there, or we need to go there later. Or
yeah, and look at middle. That's what happens when you have a support help you block. It is up on your hill. This helps Abed quite a bit, but he is going to use his Enchant Tome to get the denies. He has higher base damage anyway, so he can get his own CS as well. And this is what you see, just Enchant Totem spam. The mana cost did get increased a little last patch, but bottom, we actually have Batrider getting initiated on. He already got charged. Orb of Venom, that Arcane Curse, and he is so damn slow. Easy kill command. Oh, we didn't talk about it. It's a Chessie carry Jakiro, pardon me. I actually didn't know it till now.
Yeah,
how does he feel about that, by the way?
What do you mean?
They don't even like Jakiro on the team, and normally it's coL. And coL's like, you have to play the Jakiro now.
Bulba in a little bit of trouble here. Will he charge up this hill or just harass? Nope, he has the boots, so
I don't know. I love farming Jakiro or mid Jakiro. I think it's underused. Hero scales so well at one point.
It's kind of like Pugna-esque, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
The only problem is we do know, like, Chessie just doesn't like him picking that hero, like you said, and now he has it, and we'll see what he can do with it.
Taking it out on MSS.
Yep. Oh, and he really is. Oh, he gets canceled on. Nice void to cancel the charge. That might have been a kill if that connects.
Nah, I don't think they have enough. It's too deep. It's between two towers.
Yeah, pretty deep. But if you go, I mean, we saw he had 95 moves speed or something really slow. And Moonmeander getting harassed up pretty hard top. Moo already has boots, Orb of Venom. He can actually harass Mason as well as Moonmeander so well until they get a little more levels. Middle.
Chessie's down bottom lane.
Bottom lane once again. Chessie will go down. Is their intelligence stolen? Not exactly. Okay, because it's his hero. Never mind.
It's his team.
Imagine if you get
Imagine. Oh, wow, cool. Thanks for your intel, like, dumbass. Just your teammate, just suicide him in. It's a new carry silencer. Oh, Limp is going he has 0-1-1, saving a point in case he needs fish, or he can just go more Enchant Totem, right? Middle Earthshakers are usually like 1-2-2, right? I haven't seen one in a while, but that's what I remember. Mo doing a good job up top. He is 9-7 versus a 9-0 Weaver, so a couple more denies. Earthshaker, of course, beating the Meepo pretty well, but he already has a second Meepo. He can start abusing Poof to get a lot more CS. He got 2 right there. What does a middle Earthshaker need to do more than an offlaner in support, right? They usually go phase boots. I think Sumail did, but
not necessarily. He wants to have the move speed. Maybe against Meepo he will just for some extra right-click damage, because Meepo has more magic resistance than the other heroes. It's 35%.
Sumail with phase boots?
Others have 25. Yeah, he might go.
I always thought Power Treads is like, even for core carry or shakers who damage Power Treads was like the pickup, but
it was near the end of like Manila Masters when he started doing it. And we do see Limp actually. He goes the 0-2-2 build, and he just chunks the Meepo in like 2 or 3 hits down to half, even less. Bottom lane, Are you surprised Bulba's not helping out middle? He's just helping MSS out bottom. Should
I
he be
bet he's
moving?
doing go right on the mid lane. 19 CS, maybe some stacks from Witch Doctor will help them out, or Bulba.
And there we go, just Poof abusing, no, I mean not really abusing, just using Poof to get a lot of CS. Pretty easy to do, low mana, and you can keep trading your Meepos between the fountain if you really want to do that.
Well, you can't spell abusing without using.
He's going in, he throws out another net, here comes another Poof. ES could be dead, he doesn't have one in the Geostriker, that would have been a kill. But obviously he wouldn't have been netted or poofed longer, and Charge is going to come out on middle, he's going to have to cancel it. Is level 2.
RNG for Limp, can he get the region top?
Double
damage. It's fine enough. Maybe he should get a flask or just wait for the...
Oh, they're going on him.
It's nighttime though.
He does not have mana on a bed to poof, actually.
The only problem is there's no vision. Now Zephyr gets vision because Kyle's just for some reason standing in the middle, TPing down.
I thought they were going to flank in on the Meepo. They were getting ready to meet in the river, but yeah.
My bad. MSS just died to neutral creeps. Doesn't...
Oh.
That's on you, luckily, Dakota. Not
that
me.
is
Thank
on
goodness.
me. I mean, I was just confused at what was happening with the TP out from Silencer.
Top lane, actually, Mason just going to throw out bugs, harass Moo out of the lane. He's going to get harassed himself, though. If Charge is coming top, it is going to be on Mason. Hasn't used Sakuchi yet, so he can still use it. He is under tower, though. Uh-oh, he's going to not be able to use it yet. Dust already gets
oh!
bash. Z-Freak just bashes his skull.
I would flame in all chat. 17%. Mid lane.
They're going in again. Meepo poofing in, throwing out some nets. That's a I mean, you're just not living through a 3-man gank, no matter who you are.
Oh, he needed 1 CS to get to level 6.
And he would have easily killed MSS.
Batrider, yeah, would go down.
And that was very close. Bottom lane, Chessie, level 4.5. It feels like Kyle's getting a lot out of bottom lane, too. He's almost 4 himself.
Top
He's
lane.
been abusing these top. My bad. That was
my
Moo
bad.
Going down to Mason.
Just watching the Z-Freak jungle action here.
Yeah, Z-Freak actually just charging away from everyone here. He's going to go all the way in. There's about 4 heroes near top now. And they're looking for him. Can they bring him down? They're just going to throw
1 second
TP
stun.
Bulba.
Yeah, he's going to go down.
Yep, and he will.
Mason,
They just get him.
4-man rotation.
Mason will get him, and they'll just slowly bring him down.
I was just too hype about it.
Just too high about 4-man rotation.
On a Spirit
Breaker,
middle
level
lane. 3.
Ooh, fakes the TP. Yeah, we do see the 1-2-2 build, so Sugar win it. Sometimes you see Fisher a little earlier. They've pretty much just abandoned bottom lane. I guess they're not too worried about a carry Jakiro, right? I mean, he'll push down your towers, but he's not going to solo carry a game.
Yeah, but once he gets that whale, he removes a lot of magic resistance from Meepo as well.
Yeah.
Plus Arcane Curse and Earthshaker will benefit from that.
Uh-oh, MSS. He's getting initiated on. Arcane Curse is going to fly the Orb of Venom from Fearon. They're chasing him down all the way to the tier 2. Chessie can't quite get to him. Moo's going forward. He has phase boots. One more hit will get him. Nicely done by him. And no rotations, actually. Looks like they might just let this bottom tower fall. Limp hits level 7, has level 3 Aftershock. Abed still just chilling around middle with some illusion runes.
They answered the 4-man rotation with the 4-man rotation on the bottom lane.
And they'll get more out of it with this tower. Moon Meander comes down here, but there's not much they can do. This siege unit's been hitting it the whole time. Will Chessie get it? Nope.
Not even Jakiro can last hit against the siege
unit.
unit.
You really can. It's possible. Z-Freak is level 3, and we see it. We've been seeing a lot more charge first. The bash is far more damage if it works. You lose a little bit of stun, but in the long run, it's not too big of a difference. Mason's going to have to be big this game. Ring of Health plus a Ring of Aquila and Wand. He's going to need to get pretty far, but Moo's done a good job of rotating and just staying lane. Uh-oh, he's going to be diving onto Moo. Nice Sprout. Like you said, he does have ulti if he wants to get out of it. He doesn't want to use it quite yet. Charge is still pretty far away, and also without leveling Charge, it's
I don't think they can take him down anymore. He's level 6.
Yeah.
Unless he bashes him 3 times in a row or follow up by a global silence. Silencer is level 4 only.
Yep. So unless they have like the last word or something on him. And, well, he does use time-lapse now, though.
He tried to dive for Moo a bit and ended up time-lapsing back the second he saw Z-Freak.
Oh, and I like that, how Z-Freak didn't charge him there, because he does have the rotation coming. That would probably give it away, and they would have to get rotations already from the Dire side. But now Radiant, they're ready to go. Mason, oh, they're going to see him. What do they have? Do they have that? They're going to throw out the Arcane Curse. Dust gets popped. He doesn't have ult.
Wrong
But he's on the other
side.
side. What? He does get trapped in, though. He should still go down, but that could have been disaster. Moo's actually studying the trees and the Fisher. That
Another 4-man gang.
it was a successful
Bottom
game,
lane.
but Chessie will go down. MSS dead as well, and well, there's just heroes falling all over the map. But top, it feels like Radiant's getting a little more out of these kills because top lane will get pushed in by Moo. But Abed is level 9 now, and he's left to free farm. I mean, this is going to happen with Amiibo, right? If you even give him 2 or 3 minutes to just farm by himself, he's going to show up with just tons of levels.
Oh, look at the build on Meepo. I haven't seen this before. Bracer in the raid band, just building up some stats, and wants to go for a Diffusal Blade. That's the Diffusal Blade will give him the most damage. He'll have 3 Meepos burning down your mana, causing some extra damage as well.
Top lane, they're going into Mason. Can they get anything? No, Moo just wanted to TP out. He can honestly TP back to the fight. Nothing too insane going on.
Yeah, I didn't notice our king's missing.
Our king is probably taking a
Royal
porcelain deuce, yeah.
Porcelain deuce, that's quite
taking
frightening.
The porcelain throne.
Yeah, he's on the porcelain throne doing his thing.
Yeah, and I mean, he's the king, right? He gets to do what he wants.
can do
God,
what he
if
wants.
I would be munching wings right now.
If he's in there, he has us in his ear. Hey, Jack, I hope you're having a pretty good time.
Hey, Jack, think of me naked.
Jack,
No, but
think of him naked.
Meepo is level 10 now. Who's the next closest? It's going to be level 8 from the Middle Earthshaker. And when does like a Meepo, I guess Lacoste, what time does a Meepo usually just come online? Is it when he gets to Diffusal, or is he just...
I don't know, he might
I don't
switch to a Blink Dagger if he
I feel
feels
he
to.
should, but
I'm not a Meepo
me
player.
either.
Yeah,
I've
but,
seen Meepos play, but I'm not one myself.
Yeah, it's like you feel weird
very
saying
rare to
anything.
actually see them
He knows
play.
the hero better than anyone else.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yeah, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Whatever it is.
And look at middle lane. They're just slowly pushing it down with that liquid fire. But we are going to see stun comes out as well as the bugs. He does pop global silence. Will they be able to bring down Mason maybe? Doesn't look like they have the damage for it. They're going for Moon Meander in the back instead. Looks like they don't really know to commit on MSS. I didn't even know where he came into the team fight. He just dies instantly though. And Meepo even shows up himself and they can't quite do anything. Where did MSS just came from the side and got permastun? Was it ES
Yeah.
ulti? No, he didn't even have it up. I actually didn't see what he did.
I didn't see how he died.
He just ran in. He just died on the outside. Welcome back, Lord King.
Lord, Majesty, Masterful King.
Thank you, Grant. The king does not see all, but he hears all.
Ah, that's what I figured.
I was not on the throne, so I've
okay,
returned to the only real throne that I've always wanted.
Uh-oh, Moon Meander getting initiated on. Bugs are going to fly out, eat some armor, but he gets another bash. Unfortunately, this cask is bouncing everywhere. Back to Spirit Breaker again. They still can't bring him down. They will now. Mason actually gets the kill, and
Oh,
This
Damage
got a little
Doctor
greedy.
might go down. Oh no, he has 7 Vaughn charges. Might need to use them actually. He's good.
So how goes the Meepo?
Meepo's
it's
fine.
nothing crazy. Like, honestly. Like, we haven't seen any Abed-style plays, but he's farming up, and that's what matters, right, Jack? Correct.
Jack, what do you think about the Bracer and the Raid Band on the Meepo? It looks so stupid.
Into the
when,
Diffusal, too.
when, when you look at it, like no one builds that. I mean, it gives him stats, a lot of stats.
It's an interesting build from the most interesting heroes in Dota, without question, right? Like, this hero just does so many
Ooh,
weird
bottom
things.
lane, Z-Freak.
All he needs is Null Talisman as well.
Yeah, and he's got.
We have the three
Top
three
lane will
orbs.
drop here to
He's both.
Chessie.
He's a frontliner. He consumes a tremendous amount of resources. He kind of has like a power peak. It feels like he maybe falls off a little bit after that. He has global presence. I mean, this hero is just one of the most distinct in Dota.
It seems like he wants to go for level 2 Diffusal Blade. Maybe he did some testing with the Meepo. I haven't seen anyone do this before, probably because we don't see too much Meepo play, but I can understand why. The damage...
Oh, top lane, pardon me. Chessie is about to get initiated on Mason's here with the double damage. Toss the bug down. Chessie is just going to melt here. Oh, I mean, pretty solid butter in the microwave, but he goes down. That ulti flies out from Fear and does a ton of damage. Charge is going to be onto Mason. He needs to be careful. He has wand plus ulti. Let's see how he times it here.
It was
He doesn't need
canceled.
to. He doesn't need to. A bunch of wusses on coL.
Really?
But Moo just going to farm. He has Drum's Phase, Blight, and Aura Venom, so quite a bit of early game damage if they want to go for anything. Do we have a blink up on Limp? No, but he stuns him out. This seems like a pretty tough kill. Whoa, but he goes back in, actually. That might have been a problem. He does Sakuchi again. No dust because Moo had already used it earlier to catch him up first time. That could have been bad if Limp went the other way, but it's 50-50.
Yep, that Diffusal Blade is finished. He continues to free farm with that Meepo. 0-0-2, not any flashy plays. Probably because he does not have a Blink Dagger, but I mean, the hero is one of the most interesting heroes in the game. You can't really play him the same way you play other heroes.
Yeah, and top lane, they're just going to push them tower. It does feel like coL is definitely like, you know, they're trying stuff out. I mean, they're still like, they're leading this game, but they're trying, you can tell they're really working on their early game. They're doing these bunch of early game pushes, seeing what they can get away with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're ready to fight. We see, you saw how much damage only Jakiro deals to a Meepo with just a Whale in the first skill plus Liquid Fire.
Yep, and okay, I was going to shout out to Chessie. The first hit, he actually walked uphill to Liquid Fire. The second time he did it downhill and then missed. I was like, this guy knows what he's doing. Then he misses one.
The king does not like the status quo except when it comes to his power. And, you know, when Complexity tries these different cores, that is very clearly different from the status quo.
So you don't like what they're doing?
No.
Thanks, Jack.
The king likes competent play-by-play casters who can understand what he insinuates.
Jack, you're just throwing out random words. You don't even know what they mean, hoping I don't know what they mean, hoping we both look dumb. And you know what? I think you did a very good job of that.
He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. And Chessie gets the downhill at that time. And that Liquid Fire will just eat that tower apart slowly by slowly. But Abed's free farming bottom.
Not often you see tier 3 tower going down 14 minutes in.
Without, like, anyone committing to a fight. They're just like, oh, and here we go. They're blinking in. They will find the Weaver. He just gets instantly killed. That's 30 Saints. This could actually just be a straight-up Rax right now. We are going to see they're going to find the Spirit Breaker. Not the best pick they could, but it is a pick.
Well, the damage from Meepo is just insane.
Yeah, it is. And oh, that tower. Moo gets it with the very last tree, and he had alive. And that's a tier 3.
They can slowly chop down the shrines right now. It's going to be a really big deal with the Treants or just Liquid Fire. Yeah.
So that opens up Roche a lot more for them if they do want to go and take that shrine, which I think they should prioritize.
It's actually a level 2 Diffusal Blade. He upgraded it immediately.
Yes, we did. Okay. And, I mean, if we're not Meepo players, obviously, why would you say he did that if you had to take a gander?
Just the stats. The stats gain is just too good.
Yeah.
15 int plus 30 agility.
Well, that's 5 int and 10 agility for what, like 700 gold?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So you already get more than that than you know, otherwise.
Would it be too OP if the charges just instantly carried over and he had like 16?
No.
Yeah, probably. You don't think it would be?
No.
I mean, on a
I think
Meepo,
it would
be.
I think it would be pretty
It'd be
strong.
pretty imbalanced if you could
I mean,
just
you don't
leave the
often see
charges.
people do double
Yeah,
upgrade
but that's
right
why
away.
people they buy another charge and lock down the first diffusal. So you can use it twice. What Baika did in the previous game.
I'd definitely pay that much for a stronger mana burn and not lose any charges and have all the charges be there.
Yeah. Looks like they are thinking about maybe just taking this shrine and then doing, because they were, Chessie was like going towards Roche. Oh, Liquid Fire, they can do it, but they're like, wait, maybe we should kill this first, and it looks
the
like they will.
stats too. That'd be amazing, actually.
Jack, we're long gone.
King can dwell on whatever he
I
is.
apologize, King.
I apologize.
And this will be the shrine taking down. We do see a blink on Meepo. This is when you just find a bunch of damage everywhere. But the problem is, if you don't get Chessie and he gets the Veil Ice Path, like you said, it feels like this Meepo is still super weak. I think it comes down to Chessie's placement of all his spells. And they're going for Roche here. They have the Medallion of Courage. It's still called that, right? Yeah, okay.
Someone scanned right inside the pit. Doesn't that not work?
I don't know. Oh. What the hell? Where's Zephyr? Zephyr he's just charging on through, says hello to everyone. Can they bring this Roche down quick enough? It seems like they know. Well, maybe they don't know something's up. Oh, they do now, but I think this Roshan might fall. It's going to go down right now. They actually find Kyle. He does have Global Silence. He gets silenced himself, though. MSS wants to find before getting Global. They finally do.
Mason.
And this Weaver gets absolutely decimated. Moo is going down himself, though. We do see Limp die as well. That's 2 cores actually going down. Kyle dead as well. Cast Global Silence extremely late, and they're just going to lose everyone here. Chessie will come back alive, but I mean, what else are you going to do? Oh, sub Z-Freak on the backside. Going to toss down Urn, maybe go for Bulba. Just swing on him, might as well. Going to try to run. We do see a Sans come on. This is a 5 for 5.5 for 1 trade.
6 for 1.
I like to say 5.5 because you don't really get gold from killing him the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was watching
we're just
Mason get
counting
locked
the
down
kills.
after trying to charge in and destroyed, and then I know Moon got off some ridiculous ward, but I did not see what was happening with Kyle and why there was not a global.
He got chased down by Nightstalker.
He used global after Batrider blinked in, but the big part of the fight was that Earthshaker committed Echo Slam on Mason. So Meepo could just easily go in on an Earthshaker and just clean up the whole team.
Yeah, they really wanted to make sure Mason did not get off that time lapse. It was hard to judge at that moment, but without the Echo, he may have lived.
Yeah. And it was. Kyle was just getting chased down by Night Stalker, and Bat Rider just tried to run away, couldn't get anything, and they do. They just commit everything onto Mason, and then Meepo just comes in. I mean, he's scared of nothing at that point, because Chessie's getting locked down. All the silences are getting locked down. And
well, the Complexity had to commit for a Roche fight, but because if they lose a fight, Meepo lives. If Meepo takes Aegis, then it's just a, I don't know, matter of time when you lose. It's pretty hard to take him down twice.
yeah. Oh, and Limp actually was smoked up. He blinked into the creeps, and Moonmander was just uphill and breaks the smoke, actually. So it looks like 4-staff coming out of Earthshaker. Pretty standard, usually into a Shadow Blade after that.
A mechanism buildup on Witch Doctor? You don't see that very often.
I guess they know if they win these early game team fights, they're going to be fine in the late game with that Meepo, as well as Weaver. Might as well, I guess. And he has mana boots as well as wands, so he has mana to use it, actually. Yeah, the fact he's farmed. Where's all Moonmander's farm coming from?
He got a double kill on that last fight, I know, so that certainly
Pretty
helped a
helpful.
bit. Plus, I feel like Witch Doctor just suits someone like Moon a lot better. Maybe I'm reading too much into how he used to be an offlaner and now he's in the fight position, but you can kind of make some fun plays with Witch Doctor, and his ulti you can make big plays with, and Moon seems like a guy who'd be excited about that kind of stuff.
Yep. And middle lane, they're just slowly sieging down that tile with Liquid Fire. Will they go and try to take it? Looks like they will. They do still have the glyph if they want to glyph and maybe fight. We're about to find out. Liquid Fire gets popped onto it. One more auto attack from Chessie. Oh, they do. So they do glyph. Meepo coming in from the backside. It looks like Liquid Fire will get popped. They should be able to just bring down tower, but MSS will pull Chessie. This is going to be a big one. He's going to throw out the Maledict, and Chessie might just get left for dead. Do they want to try to help him out? Like in the backside, Zephyr getting chased down by Bola. Another good ulti from Moon. He's now on a killing spree. We see him trying to chase down Kyle Mason, plus MSS will find him on the backside. Will they be able to get more? Abed moving. But no, looks like that will be the end of that, but still a two for a tier 2. 2 here. Oh, make it 3. They will actually find the Earthshaker, and he will go down to Abed. Yikes.
There was no follow-up, no global, no Earthshaker stun once Bat Rider went in. Seems like they were not on the same page, whether they want to fight or not, after Jakiro got caught.
Yeah. There we see Spearbreaker just TPing out of another gank he might have died from. Uh-oh, Moo? Ooh, very close. Bulba almost taken down right there. I mean, Bulba almost taking down Moo, pardon me.
Yeah, he's flying it. Very close.
And now Z-Freak charging him back. But more than likely to get cancelled here. MSS, like we said, right? Because this Meepo is going to take so much farm, you don't expect Bat Rider to get that much. But he has his Blink. He's getting closer to a 4-staff. I mean, they're pretty much playing their game correctly. They're just letting Abed get all of this farm. He almost has a sheep stick as well. Jack, how are you feeling?
The king is sad watching what might be the elimination of his team from the tournament. But beyond that, it's been, it's been an interesting game. I think Complexity, they wanted to play so fast that it got under even the Meepo's timings.
Yeah.
And be able to take objectives before even Meepo comes online mid-game, but it doesn't look like they've succeeded in doing that. Now Meepo gets to do Meepo things on an open map.
Yep, sure looks like it. Even they have taken down quite a few towers themselves, most of the tier 1s except the top one, so they can move around freely in the Radiant jungle if they please. When's the next timing for DC? Are they just get a straight-up team fight, maybe next Roshan, or...?
Well, Meepo's gonna be super strong for the next 10 minutes, then it kind of falls off, so they can just try to take a fight when the Roche is up. There is a smoke coming out from Complexity. They want to fight before that happens.
Yeah, and here we go. Limp, obviously, the big guy needs to jump in there, get a huge ulti. Possibly, I mean, he would love if, like, Meepo, Witch Doctor were standing next to each other, but you assume DC probably doesn't want that to happen.
The seeds of fortune.
And they're going to search for anyone they will not find, unfortunately. Anyone. They're going to be like, oh, there's still a shrine down here we haven't killed. They're going with the creep wave. Bottom lane, Moo. Uh-oh, Moo in trouble. Here comes the Meepo who has Blink Dagger. Moo backs out almost instantly. They scan. they might have thought he actually ran all the way back, but he's going to show himself now.
They're behind him.
They're blinking for it. Uh-oh, Bulba's going to go, and he misses the first net. Global Silence is going to fly. Can they get the Meepo? They do find one of them. They're going to try to perma-stun him. Can they bring one down? They're all aiming the same one correctly. He's still frozen, and he will go down. So,
good wraparound.
That's money.
Yeah,
I mean,
money and
he
a kill.
has that like alchemist factor to him, where he's gonna always be like, as long as he's having a Meepo game, the top of the net worth, may even have a good bounty streak on top of his head. This case he did. So you get to have that mini bit of a rubber band factor from the high net worth and a little bit of extra chunk change too. So I don't know if it's enough. They probably need to take him down a couple more times, but complexity, they'll take what they can. Right?
So a bit of a jinx there, but also, you know, the Meepo, because he gets those levels up so quickly, there's a point in this mid game before he falls off, as Lacoste said, where killing him leaves him down for a very long time. And you know, because of that, there's going to be a window here that you usually wouldn't have over killing the core mid game to take some objectives.
and they, like you said, they get that Shrine bottom as well as a Tier 2, and they can almost make Meepo either buy back or commit to losing another Tier 3.
The net worth is like even now.
They're
too.
good.
Oh, they're going to jump in instantly on Chessie. Stun comes out a little bit late from Z-Freak, and he's just going to die. They committed Global, but Chessie is going to go down here, unfortunately. Throws out an Ice Path, hits him with the Double Breath, and
There's no
That's about it.
follow-up after he uses Lasso because the Global is down, so
oh,
he uses an opportunity. Do they have another stun? Oh, he got silenced, actually.
Well, that's the thing. They don't need too much follow-up on him in that kind of position. Like, you usually, I think, want to silence as you expect the initiation to come, or maybe even beforehand. The bats come in. If you do it afterwards, then it may not matter, especially with the Force Staff and Blink, because whoever he dragged in is going to die regardless.
and we saw pardon me, not Z-Freak, but Limp tried to throw out that stun to stop the Bat Rider from getting back in time. Unfortunately, it missed. I feel maybe after that happened, you don't commit the Global, but maybe he expected it to hit.
I think the global was from the fight before. He didn't use the global in that fight.
What?
Global was
Fight
What hit
before when
that?
they killed Meepo.
I swear I heard something. Was it just an Arcane Curse? Am I just crazy?
probably production
Probably.
just trolling
Maybe,
you.
yeah, that's them. Those guys, I mean, who wouldn't want to make me look bad? And I just feel bad.
I like you, Graham. Sorry.
Oh, thanks, Dakota. Thanks,
Dumbass.
Observer. Oh.
Not psych.
I mean, I've seen you miss at least 3 kills this game. You'd be getting dabbed on if it was me on King. But Jack, a very prideful and noble King.
Very absent for the first 20 minutes as well.
Gotta see how the people perform under not your watchful eye, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. We're probably not going to see too much happening until all the ultis are up from coL at least, which they are now. If they do want to fight, they more than likely, they want to find a Meepo. It's always going to be so hard. Maybe they could start putting up a few of those, what we call Tinker Wards. We've seen Meepo likes to hide in the jungle, a couple there. Maybe
Yeah.
get those and get some pick off.
That's a good point. Not just against Meepo. Pretty much there are some of the players who love to be here in the map, try to split push, cut the wave. So
Yeah.
having a ward there is really cool here,
Yeah.
here.
I like how there's only like one spot on
There.
each side of the map
Yeah.
that you can put them. It's odd, but there's a sheep stick now up on Meepo, so he can blink in, instantly burst someone else down, sheep someone right after he blinks as well. A
So-
lot of control.
If you see the item progression of the players, how they think they see what other teams have, then they adapt. Limp wanted to go for a BKB, then he saw that Meepo has a hex, so he switches to Lincoln Sphere so he can hex him and initiate with it, because
Yeah.
he has a Force Staff already. Once he goes in, pops the Lincolns, he just goes away with the Force Staff. There is fight.
Oh, they're going in on Moon Meander. We see MSS almost steps in the ice path. He doesn't. He's trying to walk around. They instantly blow Moon Meander. Nice Fisher zones everyone out, and like that. Oh, look at this creep damage on top tower. No Siege Unit. Go for the ranged racks, but he doesn't. And that's just a simple pick-off. That's what coL wants. I'm surprised DC's still not, per se, holding hands. You know, putting some of their cores with their... Because it doesn't feel like anyone's really farming on that team except for the Meepo. Mason, he's getting actually close. He has a Black King bar already and getting close to that Lincoln's, but pretty much they just want to survive these fights while Meepo does all the work.
Jack, what do you think about double earn build on Complexity? One on Silencer, one on Spirit Breaker?
Well, you know, one of them's probably going to be dead, so you put the ashes of the dead one in the urn and used it for the next fight. And
Damn, that's
Damn,
deep.
That's
Jack.
hardcore and kind of gross.
Yeah, that is. Jack, you need to chill. Oh, looks like they're going for Roche here. Kyle has the medallion, and they're just going to try to destroy this Roche as quick as they can. We see Z-Freak, you know, maybe going just a moving ward at this point. I mean, just this part of the game. He's been doing great all game. They are possibly smoking up here from DC. Not possibly, they are smoked. I don't know, I'm just saying like random.
Plus my eyes are deceiving me. Possibly.
Possibly.
They're smoked up.
They're definitely going to get Roche here. Will. Ooh,
Let's go. It's gonna go
top.
down pretty quickly. 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, and it goes down.
It does, but the bugs are going to fly, and it's going to hit on one or two of them. They're just trying to get out the backside. It looks like MSS jumps uphill. He's going to put the Earthshaker on the cliff. No, can't quite do it. Abed kills Kyle on the backside. Z-Freak's actually just hiding inside. Chessie is in a lot of trouble. He does have Aegis, though. Big jump coming out, instantly kills onto Abed, and now they're going to find everyone else. But Moonmander's cask bouncing around quite a bit. This 5-position Witch Doctor's putting in a ton of work. Moo swinging down, does kill Moonman, throws the bugs uphill. They will miss. Chessie, unfortunately, is a THD, and there's not much he can do.
After
That Meepo was just erased.
Yeah, he really was. But then after that happened, it's crazy when you actually see a Witch Doctor get off an ult that does anything. Like, it feels so weak against armor, and that thing just destroyed him. So, well, seems to be another 5-for-2 trade because they did kill the Aegis
What is
again.
cheese worth?
Cheese is, I'd say it's not. See, I give Aegis and cheese 0.5s, but it's worth 500 gold too, so.
So it's actually 1.25.
Moo's in trouble.
Let's say.
Uh-oh, yeah, Moo gets spotted out. He's going to throw a silence onto Bulba. He has a TP, so much minus armor. Nice job by Mason. Instant Sakuchi in the right clicks.
I mean, that was good on Bulba. He spotted using the night vision advantage and just stalked him from the outskirts of the vision.
And now well, that's all 5 heroes who just died on complexity, one a little bit farther after, and they are denying the Aegis, I guess, to Dire, and they still feel like if they get one pick off, they can push the base. It feels like they're throwing a lot of bodies away.
I feel like NS should go for a pipe, just to get some extra magic resistance on a Meepo, because that's the only way they can kill him.
Yeah.
Witch Doctor will get Guardian Greaves up, so that's going to be a huge boost.
Yep. And he has farmed quite a bit like we've seen. He's been living through most of these fights. He got picked off once, but Moon's having probably his at least most farm-heavy game of the tournament. And quite the opportune time. Night Stalker about 900 off of his Aghanims, and that's when you're going to see a ton of vision coming out. I mean, they already have a ton of nighttime vision, but even more so, they can just deward everything, get a gem. Oh, he has it now. He had it on chicken. My bad.
All right, now they have all the vision because comes at a good
middle
timing.
lane. Moo's actually TPing in. Moonmeander all by himself. Has Mech get a pop it early, so he gets that armor as well, but he just gets instantly destroyed. And
A bit
what is he doing
too
there?
deep, yeah. I don't know. I'm just watching the vision they have. There's no vision on that side, one on the cliff, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was-
it's in the river against the Spirit Breaker, and there's no team behind you. You have no escape item.
I think it's a productive death, though, because he's
Maybe.
pushing out the wave far. They don't have vision, as you mentioned, so his death provides information. And he's going to be back up probably in time to defend the base anyway.
Yeah,
so.
you know Dire has to know something's up. They see Chessie all the way pushed him by himself. No one else on the map after. I don't know if they smoked in vision. I wasn't actually paying attention, but they're just going to go forward. Z-Freak actually has a Shadow Blade. He's in deep in this base. There's no sentry wards down, and they're actually going to find, Kyle a little bit far out. Nice charge coming in. Mason will pop his BKB. I believe the Silence Global coming out. He doesn't want to pop it quite yet. Mason's BKB is now on cooldown, and these Treants are going to kill this range Brax, it looks like. They do bring Bulba down. He's taking quite a bit of damage. They don't want to commit too much for it yet, though. And here comes another ult by Moonmander. Won't do quite as much. Nice mech by Moonmander, saving Bulba. And, do you think they're good with just the range Drax, or do they want to get more?
I don't think they can get it. They still have a global and an Echo Slam, but I don't think they should commit. I mean, it's a daytime. Night Stalker has ulti and the gem.
Yeah, and
They should be
TPing
happy
down.
about it, though.
Or actually, it's just Moo TPing down, maybe pushing out bottom. He might want to come back up for the fight, and looks like they finally say no. Or they're just farming. They're sticking around, though. They need to be careful. Z-Freak. I love the Vision Z-Freak game. He just ran there with Shadow Blade. If they had a Sentry Ward down, he would have been in trouble.
They
but
had Night Stalker with the gem, but he was
off
too
the
far
bottom.
from him. Yeah.
And that hurts. So Z-Freak gives him that vision. They commit a BKB on Mason as well. Ooh, Mason, wait up. How do they do this? They charge and then
Ice
ulti
Path.
immediately? Or Ice Path too?
Moo showed up. Could have helped a bit. Force pop. Silence, but oh well.
It would have been, yeah, it would have just been a tricky kill until they have a gem, really. They have a Dust on Nature's Prophet, but too much against his ulti. We do see, what is Silencer bringing out? Does he have the full, there's a lot
Full
of
mech.
stuff.
So, no, he actually goes for not mech. The second urn, one medallion, and the Helm of the Dominator.
He's going Helm. Interesting.
He wants that Ogre
The
Frost
Ogre,
Mage.
yeah. Versus Meepo's actually, yeah, versus all. It's just always a good creep to get. There's never a bad time to get an Ogre Frost Mage.
Yeah, it's so good early game, and it's so good at the late game.
Yeah.
Because you have more move speed, more attack speed, so it slows you down.
And there is the Guardian Greave, so a lot more survivability just for the team in general when he pops that, dropping below 30-35%. Bottom, Abed almost level 25. We see his Meepo just chilling there, and I haven't seen. Has he got anything in a while? He really hasn't. He hasn't been farming as quick as I thought he would.
Maybe finally handing over some of that farm to,
Just
Bulba finishing out the Ag, someone getting in the gem, Mason being able to finish out what looks like the Lincolns.
Would you look
maybe?
at this? Earthshaker level 18 with Arcane Rune in the bottle.
Jack, how are you
I
feeling?
love the Jack smile.
Dude,
Knew
this
that
is a
Lacoste would
very...
look this way.
And not only is it very good for your old cooldown, right, but your Enchant Totem, you can almost perma-stun somebody just with Fisher Enchant Totem. Oh, they're going for it, though. They find Chessie. He has a Yules. Are there anything? Charge is going to come up. He pops the pipe. He's still good. Still has Yules as
He
well.
blocked him from the shrine, so
Oh,
that they
but
can't
Z-Freak
get in.
stuck uphill. He is going to go for it on the Batrider. Will they pop the shrine? Z-Freak? Now Z-Freak just runs by Chessie. He will pop, but he's just going to go down instantly. Mason on the backside kills Z-Freak as well. His BKB goes down, but, I mean, you just killed two heroes. One of them, your carry, technically, in Chessie.
He basically blocked his team from entering the shrine area.
Yeah,
that
was
might have
rough.
been a different fight they could have actually committed there.
Yeah, it felt rough. He felt like he had to get that stun off to stop the Batrider from getting farther away, but it hurt him in the long run.
Yeah, Batrider seems to... I don't know, he's trying to get someone on the cliff. He was trying to get Earthshaker on the cliff
Yeah.
here for the THD. Always kind of short a little bit.
Yep, and then accidentally Z-Freak charges up, gets stuck on the cliff. He just ulties down, but then dies to Mason. And Mason, 2 defensive items, going for Mjolnir next. Actually has it once he clears his creep wave. And they pretty much, they're just not all in on Abed, because they were all in on him in this mid game, and now Mason's finally getting farm. Even Moon Meander has farm. Once Mason gets 1 or 2 more items, it feels like Complexity's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. A lot more trouble, I should say.
Yeah, they don't have too much to control that Weaver, especially with the BKB, plus they need to put a focus on a Meepo who has Manta style ready. So he can split push more with it, try to bait him with it.
Oh, God.
What? What was that
press-
sound?
I don't know what you're
Some
talking
buttons.
about.
Yeah, I don't know what
You
you're talking
didn't recognize the source of that sound?
No?
Huh?
Just played a few more times. Now.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
My man Mott.
Oh, God.
Is Mott.
Sounds like a bedroom sound.
I don't think Mount's been in one of those in a while. But just kidding. Bottom lane, looks like they're going to go for it. They're going to try to kill Silencer. He brings
where
him
am
up
I?
on the
Oh,
hill
God.
this time and gets him, but he goes down.
My bad. Camera just totally got away from me there.
It's
No, you're
hard
good.
to maintain the vision for Complexity. Night Stalker with the nags and the gem. Is there any ward actually on the map? I don't see any observers.
There's, yeah, not from Radiant's at least.
Radiant's middle
Feels
tower
like
is under
Dire
attack.
could push if they want. This Macropyre will kill off most of the creeps. They can't even take this tier 2. And Z-Freak has been pushing top quite a bit. They have the ranged racks down, so it'll always push in their favor if there is no one else there. And Bulba, look at it. He has that vision, has the gem. Z-Freak actually running towards him. Bulba says he doesn't want to get the kill, so he runs away. And now Z-Freak
He's
is
doing a
behind.
sweep, but he had just missed where
Yeah.
Guys,
Z-Freak
I'm
was.
starting to feel the onset of food coma here. I'm gonna need a little more energy inside to keep me awake.
All right.
Yes, sir. All right, Ice Path coming out middle. It's going to hit a lot of creeps. Tier 2 is just going to kill that creep.
Hype.
Wow. There we go. And there's going to be a smoke gate.
There it
Actually
is.
spotted out. He stuns it.
There
They're
we
going to
go.
go for this Witch Doctor. Batrider gets the Lincoln popped out of the Earthshaker. Z-Freak going in. Can he bring him down? Nice stun. Silence. Moon Meander. Will he get brought down? The Guardian Greaves putting in a ton of work. Global Silence comes after Mason. It's BKB, so we'll silence him up. That's going to be a 1-for-0 trade so far. But Batrider on the backside just stopping some links. Mason doing a ton of damage even without his damage items. Limp hasn't cast an ulti. They're just trying to disengage right now. Bulba will just soar away above the haters over that Sprout. And is
Look
that
at
the
that.
end of this?
One kill after all
Yeah.
that.
Well, Bulba did such a good job controlling that Earthshaker, first silencing him, then Void, plus he had the Urn charge on him all the time, so he couldn't actually blink in for the Echo.
Oh, counter smoke now coming
Oh,
out.
double damage on the left.
we go. Oh, and someone's pinging it out. Mason? Oh, he's sitting right on top of this hill. My God, the wraparound.
He's going to get a DD and come into the back of this fight with a DD
Oh,
Weaver.
They see that nothing gets procced here. Limp almost stunned. Now he runs uphill. Chessie runs uphill. That's not the real one. He might think it is, but it's not. On the backside, they're going to blink in. MSS, once again, the Lincolns takes control of that lasso. Moo is just handling Bulba on the back. Is anything going to happen? Just Bulba going to die? Maybe. Nice force staff. Kills him. On the front side of the fight, Moonmander was getting locked down a little bit. Bugs are coming out. Mason pops his BKB at 7 seconds. Jakiro gets instantly blown up by Abed. Zfreak trying to do anything he can.
The damage from Mason.
Mason does so much. So does the Meepo. And this ward just killing Kyle on the back. Moonmander versus Kyle. Looks like Moonmander will win this. And I believe DC more than likely is happy. But Zfreak, that Guardian Greaves.
Guardian Greaves armor, but the
Freak
17% takes him down. What a play from Zfreak, though. If you noticed, he actually used the ulti and climbed uphill with it.
I watched it. It was crazy.
And, well, a great play, but nonetheless,
And Roche
they get
just
5-man
spawned,
wipe.
so they want to take it safe, take the Roche, give Aegis to Meepo so he can play it more aggressively, give Cheese to Weaver.
No, you got this, Lacoste. Keep going, Lacoste.
I just want to
You're
interrupt
good.
you again, Grant.
Yeah, Dakota, apologize or I'm gonna destroy my items.
Sorry, bro.
He just like takes his cap and tears it apart.
Jack, you're the king here. Your Royal Highness,
Yes.
what would you
Just
tell
burns
Cole?
his
Can
wallet.
Cole win?
King.
Possibly.
It's gonna be a very difficult road to victory here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But Mason will just slowly burn this tower
The
down.
problem is that they have a carry who is Jakiro and he does not scale well
No.
into late game. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Nature's Prophet has become more of the one who.
Yeah. Once he gets that Mjolnir up, that might change things a little bit, but with Aegis and the Cheese, Complexity is gonna have a really hard time.
Hero scales decently. He needs
Getting
more
the hands
items
on
and
the
more
win.
talents up.
Big Dragon Lance, Hurricane Pike. I don't know what build you even get on Jakiro to make him half decent at right click.
A lot
late
of
game.
items are good for him. I mean, you might want the Axe, you probably want the Shivas, the Hex. There's just too many things to get on this hero, feels like.
It's like half utility, half core.
We'll see if Complexity can hold on.
Mason is pushing top. Level 23 now has the Maelstrom. Does he have anything else? Meepo picks up his Ethereal Blade. Doesn't even have room for it right now because of that Aegis. And nothing too insane.
Yeah, he'll probably just be switching Manta and Ethereal Blade in fights.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And when does DC feel confident pushing uphill? Do they feel they have to take a fight outside the base and then do it, or is there any time they can just run uphill?
They might just go aggressively blink in with a Meepo. Try to bait Earthshaker Echo Slam and then just try to finish from there. Because there's no damage actually to kill that Meepo. Plus a Weaver just scales so well into late game.
And we see Meepo trying to chase down these Moo Treants that are going to cut this creep wave.
Radiant's top tower
But he
is
couldn't
under
quite get
attack.
it, so that'll slow it down a little bit. But they still have 2 creeps with them, luckily. And they might go uphill with it. We'll see. Middle lane, we have an ulti pop by Boba as well as
Jakiro.
MSS. He's going to pull the Jakiro, who's in a lot of trouble. Has a Yules plus a pipe, but the stun comes out from Moonmander. Perfectly timed out of the lasso.
He's on fire!
Oh, poor Jakiro just goes barely 5 feet out front of the base, but he's so big and slow and clunky. It takes forever to turn around and run back. Just dies.
Now it looks like they might be going in, and by might, I mean they're already inside the base. Abed obviously clearing out these creeps. Look at this tower drop so quickly. Will the defense be played by Radiant? Looks like Limp goes in. Cast ulti stun, gets a pretty big one off. They're going to cast Global Silence. Can they bring anyone down here? Nice Guardian Greaves, but Meepo will drop. Has the Aegis of the Immortal. The tower's still actually up. MSS. Once again, we hear Lincoln's climb, but Limp links forward. They go for Moonmander. He's trying to run away. Zfreak, nice triple bash on him. They kill the tower finally. Doesn't look like anyone else is going to go down. They're trying to escape. MSS 4 steps back over. Limp is locked down with the Maledict on him. Mason just ultis off everything. Zfreak, still invis, ready to possibly get a kill. Moonmander taking a ton of damage, but here comes Abed. Mason eats the cheese, barely, and he will live. They're still chasing him forward, though. They have vision on him. Ice Path comes out. Will Abed go on from behind? He goes on Limp, can't quite kill him. F-Play gets popped. Nice Yules into the air. They will find Kyle as well as Moo. Moo has to buy back. They're just kiting everyone around. Mason going in for Chessie. Abed still in the base, killing Limp, who buys back. Will they be able to find anyone? Batrider getting chased down by Z-Freak, but look at Abed.
Don't stop.
He might go down. Looks like Abed will. No, yes, he finally goes down. And is that going to be the end of that, or are they going to keep chasing? Looks like
Yeah, Witch Doctor's going to go down.
Get a chase through. Moo will find Moon Meander like Lacoste said. Oh, Limp actually going for Graham and barely misses him. And they get a melee racks.
That was a long fight. As I mentioned, they should just try to bait Echo Slam when they still have the Aegis.
Yeah.
But they did a good job controlling the Meepo in fights with Ice Path and Sprouts.
Yeah. It was just an all-around pretty good fight from both teams. Obviously, DC is going to come out on top. They have the Aegis, the most farmed hero, and they get a melee racks. BKB is getting popped down bottom on Mason. That's going to be his last one before 5 seconds. He is now down to 5, and well, he didn't die.
That's cool.
And he has 6 points. Okay, what's he going, Lacoste? He could have easily got a Mjolnir if he wanted. He's still at 6.5k. Is Mason nuts enough to go Divine Rapier?
No, not yet. He still have a slot for a damage item that can change the game for them.
Oh, Batrider is going to find the Silencer as well as Bulba, and they're just going to right-click him down here pretty easily. Moo does TP in. They know there's only a few of them. Here we go, Z-Freak. Nice Yules from MSS because they have that gem. Even though he's Shadow Blade, they will find Bulba, who has the gem as well. If they can bring him down and get this, they can get some control of the map. Looks like he will go down. And that's the gem. So definitely not worth it on DC's side. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Bulba much more farmed and gave away the gem.
Yeah, plus Spirit Breaker finished his BKB, so
damn,
he can go through the back lines easily, just stun as much people as he can, just charge the
Who do you think is his
back
focus?
line.
Like, who do you want that person to be? That's
Well, if he can get the hands on Batrider before he can get the ulti off, that would be cool.
Charge on the Night Stalker illusion. Z-Freak's like, wait, that guy's already dead. Just comes middle. It feels like they want to kind of push into the base, but they realize how difficult it can be. When can coL start being the aggressors again? Like, even though it's a 4v5 right now, they're still super scared. Like, what items do you need?
Jakiro will not scale any stronger for the next couple of minutes until he gets to level 20, which is he actually close to it. The gold talent one, 50 gold per minute.
Yeah.
Might give him some items. Also, Spirit Breaker, level 20, 120 gold per minute. So the items is gonna pile up on the side of Complexity, but they will not take a fight before the Roche, because if they lose a fight, they will probably lose the game. There were some buybacks committed. Jakiro, Earthshaker, and Nature's Prophet.
Sakuchi movement speed now also on Mason.
Middle lane, they're actually trying to find someone. They do find the Weaver. Can they bring him down? He ulties out of that. Do we have a global silence coming up? Jakiro gets held down. Mason gets his BKB pop. coL is silenced. He's stunned. He can't get any of his abilities on. Moonmander tosses down his ulti again. It actually brings him down. That's a 2-for-0. Chessie goes down as well. S-Blade flying. And now Abed's just going to chase everyone down. Hit Moo. Won't kill him, but bring him down. They're looking for anyone else, but Z-Freak has to pop a defensive BKB to charge out. And, well, there's no buybacks on the side of Radiant right now.
Yeah, the problem was Night Stalker provided vision for a Meepo. They actually saw Earthshaker, who has no buyback, so I bet just jumped in, removed the Lincoln Sphere with the Diffusal Blade, instant hex, and just solo killed them. They don't have any damage without Earthshaker to lock Meepo down. Has no buyback whatsoever. This might be the game.
Yeah, we see a charge. Z-Freak still in Viz, tries to do some work. Bulba actually does spot him out. They have another gem. Nice. Wait, that was... MSS fueled himself, yeah, and that will be the game. Yeah, I'll let Jack say what just happened to his team.
That's ruthless.
Well, they've been I mean, someone's gonna have to say it. I don't want to, but unfortunately,
with this game,
yeah. Okay.
I'm sad to report that VGJ Storm has been eliminated from this tournament. But you know, with every piece of bad news comes something good, and that is that DC
Jackson
will be moving on.
Yeah, that too. Yep. So DC has secured a spot in the playoffs, but we still aren't done. There's one more game left. And
yeah, we need to find out if there's going to be tiebreakers or not
yeah,
now.
Now the only thing that can happen, Jack, let me handle this. You've been handling, the situations a lot. If DC wins, that is a 3-way tie for first place. There will be best-of-1 tiebreakers between each other. If Complexity wins, nothing. right?
Yeah.
It's just over. And complexity will be in first.
Yes.
Yep,
that
and
is
that'll be
correct.
it. Yep, so interesting. Complexity now on a 3-game losing streak, I think, is the biggest thing that's happened today.
So
What's
Florida
going
is
on?
cursed.
They need to go back to Cali.
You have to come back to Cali.
Maybe not to Cali, maybe just the BTS house.
Yeah.
Which is in Cali, unless we could fly it over there.
No,
The
it's
address
whole
of
house.
BTS house is
I
George
haven't seen the
Washington
complexity
Street,
house. Let's fly over there.
7042.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. No, is it what is it in their play? Is their play changing?
It's their draft.
Is their
I mean,
draft
obviously.
changing? What's happening?
It feels they really are just experimenting, but they could lose first place, and I know they definitely wanted to be able to pick a team, and it feels like they're over-experimenting, maybe?
I don't think they're experimenting with the draft. This is their classic Silencer, Earthshaker,
Middle
Jakiro
Earthshaker,
draft.
though?
Yeah, but they had to commit Earthshaker to a mid lane because they picked Meepo, that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past it's. I don't know whose decision it is, but Moon Meander is drafting, and you're going against Complexity. You have Abed on your team. Do we suspect Complexity are just going to be banning the Meepo in the first phase just to ensure it's not going to be something a part of the second game experience?
From time to time, the Meepo just slips in, finds his way somehow. I don't know if other teams forget about it or they don't think they will go for it in the first phase. I mean, he's such a good player on it. I mean, the best player in the world, actually, so you can't really let them go for it.
I
If
disagree.
Do you disagree?
It was a
Alright.
best of 3 game
No,
one.
not
I
that I
guess,
don't think
but-
he's like a great Meepo player. I think in this last game, you don't ban the Meepo. You look for ways to beat it in a match situation. And because if you accept that you can't beat the Meepo, then you pretty much have to ban it, right? That gives them an edge in every draft, or you just outright lose to it. I think in this situation, you try to beat it, and that builds confidence. Then that starts to put doubt maybe in DC's mind. Oh, maybe they do have an answer for the Meepo. Maybe they do have a way around it.
Maybe if they had a different carry that scales better into late game than Jakiro, or they had a different game plan, probably they wanted to finish the game before Meepo goes too huge, and Mason on that Weaver as well. I mean, we saw them taking the tier 3 tower at 14 minutes in.
Yep.
Well, that was the Jakiro plan. I don't think the plan was for him
Yeah.
to be able to scale and take him later on. It was if we get a less greedy core who does well early and takes objectives, can we just end the game before Meepo even hits his power peak? And it didn't work out this game, but I don't see them just wanting to get rid of the Meepo. This maybe in a tournament game with
They
like
will-
elimination game they would do it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Chessie actually did more damage that game than Abed on the Meepo. Not by much. Only what looks
Oh,
like
it's
about
Jakiro.
600, 700.
Hits the
Yeah,
AoE,
but Meepo has 5 heroes.
What about we were looking at some
Yeah, but
stuff. Okay, never
him
mind.
dealing damage to 5 heroes who are pretty much on the same spot, that's why he dealt more damage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Meepo.
They're
like,
both
blinked.
AoE.
Yeah.
AoE bursty kind of.
Okay, you both are dumb.
Yeah, but if you use a macro pyre and let's say dual breath on 5 heroes which are on the same place,
Yeah.
that's how you get more
Yeah,
damage.
but they should walk out of it quick. It shouldn't be much damage at all.
Yeah, but the Meepo does not walk out, especially if Earthshaker Echo
So
slams them.
we do have Mason on the Weaver who went BKB first and then into a Lincoln's. I mean, that's just another thing because they have a Meepo, right, controlling so much of the map. They just need to stay alive with them. But why do you get both BKB and Lincoln's?
On Earthshaker?
No, on Mason, Weaver.
Well, he went for BKB first just to
Yeah.
remove the silence, and he can be the frontliner with it. Can use a time lapse easily.
Yep. And you
And,
just get the Lincoln's.
And
just in
Lincoln's
case.
after, yeah, just for the Z-Freak charge and some extra stun from Nature's Prophet, I guess.
That makes a lot of sense. Another one, though, Moon Meander had a very early mana boots and mech by like 16 minutes into Guardian Greaves at 20. I feel like that made a really big difference in those late fights when you get that damage reduction as well. And just having a mech, like we talked about, who carries mechs? None of them, like the mana cost us so much, but he had an early mana boots.
I feel like we're
Moon
going to
Meander
be
had his
we're going to
best
be
game.
seeing him do more Witch Doctor. I think Witch Doctor just fits Moon Meander a lot. Lets him be able to have fun in fights,
Yeah.
time out coconuts, place good wards,
And
instead
like
of just get a good grade.
I like
or
the
something.
itemization from Mason. I think it makes a lot of sense because the damage, you don't really necessarily need him to do that much damage early on. He just has to survive the spells and the burst. And eventually you'll just outscale them anyway based on you're alive, you move around, you get the bugs on people, you maybe survive some spells with an ult. That's it. You just need to stay alive and you can let Meepo handle the damage at that
And
point.
this is more of a Chinese build with the BKB. We saw Burning going, especially when he played the safe lane. If there's no need to go for Lincoln Sphere, if they don't have any single target spells, you just maybe get a bottle for a region and get a BKB, then build up some damage. Deso, Mjolnir, whatever.
Yep, but before we finish blowing all our loads here, that is only game 1. We do still have game 2 of coL versus DC coming up after this short break, so stick around.
Bets, online betting for